Welcome to my channel. Today is my plant update, and boy do I have some amazing updates for you guys. So let's get right into it. So first is my aloe right here, who is growing quite well. I just water this guy about once a week, and it seems to be thriving well on that. I have Miracle-Gro moisture control soil, so it will feed the plant as necessary. And I do fertilize it with Miracle-Gro as well every 2 weeks, which this week is fertilizing week, so I will be fertilizing these guys. So this guy's doing quite well. All the leaves look good. It's growing a new one right there. So if you don't know how to fertilize, you just get whatever fertilizer you want. I use Miracle-Gro. And you measure it out as the package says. If you don't use the water like the package tells you, like you have to use a gallon of water for a certain amount of fertilizer, then you have to do the math and find out how much fertilizer you need for the amount of water you're going to use. Since I don't use a whole gallon, I use a 1/8 tablespoon fertilizer for all of them because I don't use that much water for them. So now we are going to move on to my Christmas cactuses. These are just 2 of the 6 I have. So they are going quite well. They're growing leaves. So hopefully we will all see buds with these guys this year. So the blooming season for Christmas cactuses are around Halloween through New Year's. So around that time, there are going to be blooms. So we don't know what color blooms we're going to have until they bloom, because some of these are from my mother's collection, and I don't know what kind of blooms they'll have. For the recent one I bought, it'll probably be about a red or a pinkish color. So here is 1/2 of the one I bought last year. And these were like a red or pinkish blooms. But as you can see with this guy, it's growing new leaves. I had most of these in water culture and they did not agree with it. They were getting wrinkly. They didn't seem to be getting enough water. So I moved them back into soil. And ever since I moved them into soil, they have been doing marvelous. I love it. So here is one that's always been in soil. This one was never changed into water culture at all. It's always been in soil, and it's growing leaves like crazy. There has to be at least 50 leaves right now. So as this grows and gets more leaves, hopefully within the season, it will produce some blooms, which you never know if it's going to be a bloom or a leaf until it starts growing. So because you see like a little spot doesn't mean it's going to be a leaf or a bud. You just have to wait and watch it grow to find out. It's like a surprise every time. I love it. So this is one of the other ones that was in water culture, and I moved it to soil. And it's growing quite well. There's lots of new leaves growing everywhere. So I'm not fancy. I just used a bottom of a 2-liter, basically. I put holes in the bottom. So yeah, you just have to be creative, and you can't have pots handy. So this one will hopefully give me some buds. Again, this is the one I bought last year. So this will be a red or pink buds. And then we have this one, which again is the one I also bought last year. It was a big one. I split it up into 3 sections so it has more room to grow. This is a pot I had from one of my orchids. I just kept it in case I needed it, and I need it. And this one's going quite well. It's still a little wrinkly, but it's growing leaves. So it's doing quite well. It just might take a little longer for all the wrinkles to disappear, but it is growing new leaves, which is always good. And for my Christmas cactuses, since they are part of the cactus family, I feed them once a week with water and I fertilize them every 2 weeks with the Miracle Grow fertilizer there. Now to my orchids. I have so much good news about all 3 of my orchids. I'm so excited. So here's this guy, who last week, as you know, was growing a new root. And here's the status on that root. It's growing like that. And this guy is growing, it looks like it's growing a secondary root, which is always good with me. And the other roots are doing quite well. This is the only root that's in water at this point. So it's growing well. No new leaves. I've already checked. I don't see any new signs of new roots, but hopefully in the next few months it will do that for me. And when I'm done giving you the updates on all my orchids, I will tell you what fertilizer I use, which one I use for certain orchids, and where you can find them, and I'll put the affiliate link to the fertilizer in the description below if you want to go check it out. So this one, oh, I'm so excited about this one. So here's this one, the one I bought a few weeks back. And when you look at this flower spike, and look, it's growing a secondary spike right there, right there. I don't want to touch it because it's so fragile right now. But that is amazing. And the roots are doing quite well. It's actually growing secondary roots like crazy. It's growing secondary roots everywhere. And the flower spike, it has a secondary spike. I don't know if this one will produce any more buds, but we'll have to wait and see. But everybody's doing quite well, because we have a root. Don't know if you can see, but it's right there. I'm going to try to show you guys. It's right there is the new root that is growing. This guy, I was going to cut the flower spike off because I wanted it to grow more healthy roots. But I'm glad I didn't do that, because look at the secondary spike. Oh, so excited. So now you will watch with me as the secondary spike grows and produces blooms and flowers. So this is the first time I will have an orchid producing a flower spike and producing buds and watching them bloom. So exciting for me. So now I'm going to put this guy back in his container like that. And this one, oh my god, I'm so freaking excited to show you guys what has been happening with this guy. So this guy, if you saw last week, I was swearing this is going to be a secondary spike, which is still a good possibility, but it's growing a new leaf and some roots. So as you can see here, it's growing secondary roots, which is amazing right now. There's one there. It's growing a root there, and it's growing a root there. So this is such good news. It's still in bloom. It's still in bloom, but it's growing new leaves and new roots and possibly another flower spike. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So now I will talk to you about the fertilizer that I use and where you can find it. So this fertilizer, these come in a 2-pack off Amazon. This one is for when you have them in bloom, like mine are. If they have flower spikes or they are in bud, you want to feed them this every 2 weeks. Again, I just use 1/8 tablespoon because I don't use the whole gallon of water. So this is for when they are in bloom or they have flower spikes. And this one is just for normal growing. If all they have is just leaves and roots, this is the one you want. So these will come in a 2-pack from Amazon. I'll put the affiliate link in the description below so you can go check it out. But it's great. I've had this over a month now, and I still have plenty of fertilizer. So I would definitely suggest to get the 2-pack so you don't have to buy them separately, because they could be more expensive that way if you buy them separately. And I get it off Amazon. I love getting things off Amazon because I'm an Amazon Prime member, which means I get things really quick. So if you're not a Prime member and you shop on Amazon, it will take you about a week to receive it. At the most, it'll take you about a week to receive the item. So these, it's going to be awesome. So if you want to check out the orchid fertilizers, because I bought those online. I did not buy the Miracle Grow online. I bought that at my local store. So if you want to find the orchid fertilizing items that I have talked about, it will be in the description below. There will be an affiliate link to the site where you can find it and you can price it out to what fits your budget. So that is going to be it for my plant update, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more. And I will see you guys real soon.